Hey guys, my name is Aman and this video is essentially for students who are planning to retake the CLAT exam in the year 2019. So essentially we are looking at the advantages and disadvantages of appearing for CLAT again. Now let's start with the advantages we have. So the first and the basic advantage is that you have lots of time. And by lots of time, I mean you don't have any exams, there are no deadlines, you can devote all your time for CLAT preparation. But there is a huge disadvantage, and what is that? There is lots of time, right? So a lot of students, what they end up doing is that because there is so much time, they will end up reading 10 or 20 books on legal aptitude or 5 books on quantitative aptitude. So the idea is how to prepare well if you have dropped an year, keeping in mind CLAT 2019, right? So there are few things which we can start with, right? The first would be consistency and smart work. Now we have seen in the past as well that CLAT is not an exam where you are supposed to mug up too much, right? It is more about your aptitude. So the idea is to be regular. How do you manage that? Well, you have a time frame, and rather than spending 8 to 9 hours or 10 to 12 hours per day, we should go with specific goals in head. For example, you have your goal setting for next 1 week, and you're clear in your head that this is what you want to finish off by the next week. Now this way we're not spending that much time, but we are focused and we know what we are doing. Next comes the previous year papers, right? So in case you have not gone through the previous year papers, I would highly recommend that you start with that, because that will be the base for your preparation, right? So you may start with the CLAT previous year papers from 2008 to 2018, and if you are done with those, you may also have a look at the NLSIU previous year papers, which are easily available online, or you may get it from one of your seniors as well. But that should be the base for your preparation, because that will give you the idea of what to expect, right? That's the most difficult thing to answer as far as CLAT is concerned, because CLAT is considered to be one of the most unexpected papers of late. And this year again, you guys must be aware, this year it was again no exceptions there. So there are few surprises every year, so it will give you a good idea of what to expect and how to go about that. Thirdly, because you have so much time, we should start with a good newspaper. So you should devote at least 1 to 2 hours every day reading a good newspaper. It could be either the Hindu or the Indian Express, but reading a good newspaper will definitely help you improving your reading speed, improving your vocab. Next is newspaper. Now a lot of students tend to ignore this aspect because there are so many apps available in the market. So a lot of people tend to believe that reading a newspaper is not essential. But I personally believe that reading a newspaper is one of the most important factors while preparing for your CLAT examination. It will improve your reading speed, it will definitely improve your vocab, it will also help you in your time management skills, which is one of the essential ingredients of CLAT preparation. So reading a good newspaper is of utmost importance, and students should not ignore that aspect at all. Next comes books, right? So again, there are so many books available in the market. As I've already told you, we should be very clear, and the focus should be there. So we need not read, or we need not go through 5 or 10 books. 1 or 2 books are more than sufficient. The idea is that you practice more and you analyze what you have already done. Now analysis, now when I talk about analysis, here comes the mock test, right? So essentially one should be looking at 50 to 60 mocks in 1 year's time, right? So starting from August, you may start with your mock test as well, and throughout the year you should be appearing for at least 40 to 50 or maybe 50 to 60 mocks as well. But the catch is how well you analyze your marks, right? So how well you analyze what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how you work upon those. So that is the idea, right, which we need to have before we go for the final exam. Now, coming on to the last part, for people who are again, and finally, the most important and the most difficult part, because you're dropping a year, staying motivated is difficult. So keep yourself motivated and have the self-belief that because you have dropped 1 year, you are going to definitely make it this year, right? And for that, one trick which has helped a lot of students is that think about what if you don't make it, right? And now coming to the most difficult and the most important part, and that is to stay motivated. So I would say have the self-belief and have the belief that this year you are definitely going to crack the CLAT 2019. In case you need any assistance, right, please call us on 9599980111, and we are there. And for all the further queries, you have the number, and there's the Facebook page. You may like, subscribe and share this as well.